really good pick into this tanky front line. I think if Carzzy can get 3, 4, 5 items, he can be the one melting the team and be the carry that Vitality needs.
Yeah, if you can get to that, like
scatter the weak though.
Seven's quite low on mana here. He needs to be careful on how much he expends because Fiesta still has half a bar and Seven's sitting on about 10th. Wei steps in. Shield of Daybreak onto Fleshy. That's aftershocks exchanged between the two supports. Zenith plays to the backline. Seven looks for the accelerated shock blast as the flash away from Lince's Fleshy. Now in for a world of hurt as Douglas lands the Q3 knock of that 3-talon strike. Fleshy has no flash, no escape. First blood, Heretics.
A really nice aggression there by Douglas. He flash cancels Fleshy's dash, and that sets him up for
likely to see a Drake taken too soon. Gold now basically even between the two teams. Still a lead for Douglas, as here's the Grand Starfall, and Hype has no flash. The shield bolt into the spear is enough. Nako survives the couple of tower shots that he took.
And it's a continuation of the earlier play. Hype loses the flash, he's chunked, he has no mana. Vitality, they punish.
So much more playmaking possibilities, especially into low mobility carries. Like there's a Syndra on the other side. Pantheon doesn't have a huge amount of mobility. He can put up the Aegis Assault, but if you solo play him, he uses Aegis Assault and then you Zenith play it in. There's not really many ways for the Pantheon to get it out. And in test, they're saying, well, Pantheon has Grand Starfall, so even if Heretics are first on the play, we can still look to contest the Drake if it starts.
I think Vitality can always contest it as long as Team Heretics has started it. As now, Wei has no Aftershock and the Leona W is timing out. I think this is a really good time for Vitality to engage.
There we go, Grand Starfall on towards the backline. Magnustorm as well on Wei, and there's no way out for the Heretics support.
And he used his Aftershock. He used his
top of the cake, but the cake was already Gaton. It was no longer Gateau, you know? Gatgon, I guess that's a great joke.
Yeah.
Gateau anymore. It was awful, okay? I'm going to be honest, that was a 31-degree sort of joke right there. The heat getting to my head as Heretics try and get the Rift out as a recompense for the fact they lost their support and the Dragon. They do manage to pick it up. Nako continued to put some damage down onto the bot lane tower. Seven caught in the walls of the Dark Procession. That is called Jack as he tries to trade back onto Nako. Does have the flash. The Maiden, well, it will die in the end. Lince is on his way across. Meanwhile, on the top side, Wei looks for the Solar Flare. Only lands the slow. Fiesta low mana, though, has to flash away from the Intofos.
Team Heretics getting some pressure across the map here. Douglas is walking around as well. He wants to go onto Fiesta, chunks him down. They can look for a dive here.
I think it's a full dive angle. Where are we in terms of TP as well? Nako does not have his, and Heretics have one to spare. They'll walk to Fiesta, flash Shield of Daybreak to get the CC. Tracing tanking it. Mega Inferno Bomb clips onto the edge of the Syndra, and that's enough. And now, I mean, Flash is going to try and walk away, but no real escape for him. Heretics, 2 on the top side, a tower. They'll lose a couple of plates on this smart play, overloading top side, knowing that Nako doesn't have TP, and even if he does, Seven's trading on him in bot, and now Fiesta has no flash. All out goes Trace in, and all down goes Fiesta. Magnustorm going on to Seven as well. He flashes across the wall. Nako's already dead. Carzzy on the chase, flashes in, gets one, and now he's going to try and open up on Douglas when becomes Lightning as he dashes away. Mega Inferno Bomb only going to clip onto Linces there as Wei goes back. Protoplasm Harness healing him up. 3-talon strike. Carzzy went too deep. They get him. Douglas falls, but now Hype's here to join the party, and Linces feels the pain. A Shield of Daybreak for the stun. A Satchel as well as Hype will chase Linces down, and Heretics clean it up. Never mind. The Southern Skies for Linces. Heretics clean it up in the end. Messier than it should have been, but they get there.
Oh my god, it's an absolute fist fight as 5 members end up falling for Vitality. It's the late game team fights with the Sivir. Syndra as well can provide so much utility. The problem now, I don't think Vitality should fight this Drake, but they're fighting. Okay, let's see.
It's Vitality. They love to fight. On the hunt goes Carzzy, looking to chase in, using the spell shield on the one becomes Lightning. Wei goes very deep. Shield of Daybreak will get the stun onto Linces. He was able to walk away, and the Solar Flare doesn't find any connections, meaning Vitality are now 1-0 up. Scatter the Weak back onto Douglas and Hype as well. We'll force them away. Make up. Now the question is, can Vitality get in here? The poke's still not really poking.
The poke is not poking, Medic.
Wind becomes Lightning across the wall. Scatter the Weak is down as well as Douglas sticks on the Drake for now. That's a good shock blast. Takes a little bit off as Linces now begins to step further forward. Pathmaker in as Tracing tries to separate them. There's the Drake, but Tracing falls the Magnustorm. Crescent Guard out from Douglas to split up the fight, but now Nako with a satchel charge. Oh, Mega Inferno Bomb and double flash out from Nako and Linces. Wei gets the Protoplasm rocked onto him. Douglas in the middle of the pit has no flash. He's sacrificed. The rest of Heretics just trying to get away. A couple of pings towards the Baron from Vitality.
Can Vitality do Nash? That's the big question. 2 members down from Team Heretics, but Team Heretics got the Dragon. They avoided the soul, but with 5 men alive from Vitality, they should be able to break the Nash.
They should be able to. Nako has TP as he puts the Maiden down towards the bottom side. Grand Starfall in as well. Height TP to the mid lane tower as he has got his Rabadons complete. If he can get there, he can poke down a little bit, but it looks like Heretics have given up any idea of fighting this one. As Vitality will secure the Baron, those 3 Drakes they got earlier, really helping them out around that fight. They knew they didn't have to secure the Drake. It was much more about
inhibitor and pressure on Nash. Spawning in 2 minutes, that's really nice for them. He doesn't have his TP though.
Good poke onto Fiesta this time, and onto Lince. Douglas actually in a great position. Solar Flare Heck, the Rocket Belt away. Mega Inferno Bomb takes Fiesta down. He's going to have to recall, no TP. Will Vitality take this fight? It looks like they will. Fiesta staying around, the Drake already down to about half health, 5k on it. Fiesta still stepping forward. Now Naku in the mid lane is going to take down the inhibitor tower. That will be the Drake to Heretics.
And the poke poked. Team Heretics, they were able to poke them out, so there's no fight to be had. Although Nako forcing the flash from Trace in. I think he can probably get the inhibitor.
Yeah, last strikes with the Triforce.
Very fast,
gets through it very quickly. That will be the inhib. We'll start a fight. So if you see 2 people on the bottom side.
But Douglas is recognizing it. He's just started this Nash. He knows that they need to fight right now, or Nako can pressure to end the game.
Kazi's running through mid. Kazi and Nako are looking to pressure together to end the game as Douglas dashes away from Vitality, way on that front line. The Nexus is the target for Vitality. First Nexus tower already down to half HP. It's gonna fall. Kazi here, the TP's in from Heretics as they try and defend Grand Starfall as well. And so it looks like Wei, he's lost it. Lost his way in the jungle, no escape. No path with sweets on it, no Hansel and Gretel way out of this one. Wei dies to the unleashed power, while Douglas looks for the engage. Crescent Guard down, tracing from the Q3 on the Kazi can't land it. Heretics lose their support, lose their jungler, and really lose any hope of closing out this game. Lince is still on the chase. Tracing uses the Pathmaker, but Seren's forced away by Fiesta. Lince is low, but he still has a Guardian Angel, as Tracing will die to Kazi, who flashes the wall to make sure he secures it. Fiesta dies to 7 in height, but I don't think that's really gonna matter. The Nexus Tower's the target for Vitality as they call Heretics bluff around the Baron and take down game 1.
A great macro sequence from Vitality. They recognize we don't need the Baron Nasher, we can just threaten the end. And Team Heretics, they don't have a response. Vitality taking game 1 against Team Heretics.
Not really anything Heretics could do when they put themselves into that position. There were some signs of life from them. That good play after the second Drake where they went top side, were able to get that fight around top tier 1.
Yep.
Finding a couple of picks, but then again, it just felt a little disjointed. They weren't always on the same page, and when the poke wasn't poking, they just couldn't pick up the win. We're going to go to a short break. We'll be right back with game 2 of the series after that.
That would like a hesitant tone.
It has an asterisk next to it, right? Because I look at Vitality and they just have a ton of damage. Currently, Aatrox is bot lane, right? Because it was almost shorter range than a flash would have been for Seren.
But he doesn't reach him, no? If he just punches, because he has to go back and then forwards.
Yeah.
I think he was predicting the flash.
Okay, I mean, either way, he didn't.
It
did not do the thing.
Not...
There's the Justice Punch forward. Inferno Chain's going down. Good Dredge Life from Fleshy. Taunt comes out from Wei into another taunt out of Seren as Fiesta has to flash away. Heal was used by Wei to try and close that gap, but couldn't get there in time.
Not the start.
Fiesta is, I've seen a lot of people calling him the new Hilly.
That's true.
But in mid lane, you have a little bit more ability to int in the mid lane, not just blast landing. Kazi with the Ghost forward, Hype has to flash away. Seren going in for the engage on Fiesta, who has no flash. Douglas here as well, alongside Wei, and Fiesta, it's a party, but unfortunately, you have been uninvited. The Winds of War takes him down as Seren gets first blood for Heretics. Again, we see Heretics with first blood in the game.
Yeah, nice play from Team Heretics. Vitality might have overcommitted on both sides. No, Douglas doesn't want to go for it. But
still 2 minions as well, so they're not even tanking and gets that level 6. Douglas needs these Krugs, gets them himself, so now he has the Cataclysm. Fleshy. Ooh, he's waiting. Douglas will spot him now. Sonic Wave Resonating Strike, follow up from Linces. Looking for that Dragon's Rage kick as Douglas trying to escape with a kick flash. Out of Linces means that Douglas doesn't really have anywhere to go until everything misses. And he flashes and flags and drags himself out of a precarious situation.
He lives. I feel like Fleshy was not on the same page there at all with Linces because he ran away after the initial CC landed, but he gets the hook now off the Tracing.
Petrifying Gaze comes out, Hero's entrance as well as Tracing's already dead. Hero's entrance forces Kazi's exit.
Seren has to burn the flash at least. 1 for 1 across the map. Top laner for bot laner. say, a favored trade for Team Heretics. Although Tracing, that is true, but you're paying an expensive premium on the magic resist for the Mertreads. So I think if he just sits on the no magic, or if he buys the Hex Drinker, he might be dead.
Nako flashes in, Tracing here, nowhere near the Mega as Nako goes in and perfectly executes his enemy laner.
A big misplay by spectator of esports. I think this is very cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting development, yeah. People didn't say the same about lane swaps, interestingly.
No, but that got really boring.
Dragon's Rage kick on the top side as Tracing feels the 2v1. No lane swap here, but still an outnumbered fight. Flash away from Linsus. Okay, we need a replay of that.
Wait, did he miss the
flash? He flashed nothing. Maybe he was timing it, but he flashed nothing.
He's in trouble.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's caught in the cataclysm with the hero's end coming down. Okay, yeah, Karti is very much in trouble. The Winds of War will spell his death. And now Fleshy needs to find a way out of this situation, but I think that's going to be pretty tricky too. 2 kills to Heretics in answer for the 1 from Vitality.
And it feels pretty criminal that Team Heretics is getting away with these plays, because it's Vitality that are making the initial aggressive play, but then Vitality on the cross map don't.
I think part of the issue is Tracing's just got mini now, and so he's not going to be able to get there with Mega stacked up. Drake will be secured by Vitality, and Heretics, well, they're like a lot of people going to the Odyssey right here into Tracing. Now, Tracing hasn't got any armor yet, but
I think at this point you could put anyone into Tracing and they would win.
Fleshy should farm, man. They got rid of the support penalty. He should just farm as we see it engage in the mid lane. Kazi gets into Herald and dodges the hero's entrance. They gets all the knockups on the way out. He's going to slam himself into the wall, out of harm's way. Petrifying Gates coming down as well as Fiesta joins the fray. 7 down. What a play from Vitality.
Woo! Karzi is the driver. He drifts the Herald into all of them, avoids the CC. Maybe Vitality can pick up the mid tower as well. Nako's hitting bot. It's bleeding all around for Team Heretics. They tried to go for a desperation. So he can just roll and drift all over. And the fight just goes in their favor as they can run Team Heretics down.
No, it's bullying at this point. Nako, come on, man.
This is tough.
Yeah.
This is Nako kind of back to form, though.
Yeah. Next objective is up in 40 seconds. It will only be the 3rd Drake of the game, and it's 1 apiece between the 2 teams, so neither team has to prioritize it.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, Linus with the kick behind. They jump onto Hype. Nako assassinates him, and now Seren is there. Gets the taunt onto Nako, who is tanking the tower. There's a double for the Akali as she walks away in her Twilight Shroud. Linus dashes back with the safeguard as Heretics go in with the Cataclysm, but this just flashed away by Vitality. Heretics are chucking everything in the kitchen sink after Fleshy, and they will pick him up in the end.
Nako is so fat. He just does so much damage.
He's living every Akali's dream right here.
He one-shots Hype, takes down Seren as well, and even though Fleshy ends up here, that he dies as well. And you can see the low HP bars on Vitality. Team Heretics, they want to go for it. Tracing fails the dash over the wall.
Nako's going again! Hype tries to rocket battle away. He will escape. My hands were down from Kazi as he goes for more. Nako executes another as Douglas has to flag and drag his way away. Hype still stands underneath the tower, but Vitality will turn their attention.
Gold lead now on Nako. He can one-shot anybody he pleases, as they're going to be able to pick up the dragon. Hype gets the shockwave, but not really going to matter. Douglas
is fighting with Fleshy for camps.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see.
At least he's not losing like Blabber.
True. Fiesta fighting with Tracing. Nako's on his way. Nako might stop just to clear the way before he comes across.
Nope.
World Ender out from Fiesta. You had excitement for a second. Fiesta does almost fall. Tracing is going to go Mega. Nako's still coming across. Delayed himself to take the minions underneath the towers. Fleshy lands the concussive blows, staggering blows auto attack. And Tracing's going to go down as Nako shurikens in, dodging the wallop, and dashes away from Seren. Heretic still throwing everything after this Akali. Another dredge line in from Fleshy. Douglas there with a flag and drag, but Nako sidesteps it. He's got so much movement speed. This guy's untouchable. Dashes across the wall again, then dashes back to the Twilight Shroud. Way feels the pain of the Darkin Blade. Nako's still looking to engage. Perfect execution, about to come back off cooldown. He holds off on it. He decides against it.
No way.
And he goes back in. He just gets another. Hero's entrance becomes an exit.
Oh my god. They're just having fun, Medic. They're just making fun of them.
I think we can say the hype has well and truly died for Heretics, as they are now 7,500 gold behind. Nako still has Seekers in case Wade tries anything tricky. And yeah, 8,000 gold ahead at 21 minutes. This one is pretty donezo here, Jack.
Yeah, they're just going to set up the Nasher now. Everybody needs to click back. And then Fiesta gets CC chain and he ends up dying. But then once... I mean, we got another fight here. Naknako wants to kill Saren, and I think Saren maybe wants to kill Trayson too.
Yeah, I don't think you really have a choice after Naknako decides that you should die. As Trayson will go down, Fiesta uses the World End to try and close the gap here onto Saren, who's just running to the wrong side of the map. Justice Punch still finds Fiesta, who will auto him one more time to secure the kill. Meanwhile, talk about cross-maps, Vitality are cross-mapping on themselves. They're going to do the Baron, while two of their players are in the bottom side of the map.
And Naknako allows it all to happen. Team Heretics, they might try to contest the Nash, but they have no vision on it, so Douglas would need to get the flag in to get the vision. Hype might just get one shot over the wall.
Control ward across the wall.
Okay.
There's a it's only Fiesta. Naknako can't join.
Naknako doesn't have TP.
Okay, come on, Douglas. This one's for all the marbles, and by that I mean you probably still lose the game as Linsus jumps across. Dragon's Rage kicks Hype away. Dredgeline in as well. Kazi just tanking the Baron while all of this is happening. Naknako's on the inhibitor right now. Wave falling low in the pit. Okay, Vitality win the fight. It's just chaos, and Vitality thrive in this sort of situation. As Naknako almost takes the inhib
yeah, that's the perfect execution. I think he can 1v2 this if
Fleshy
they go too
looking
deep.
for support or combat. Riptide won't be enough to kill off Wei, but another Dredgeline dodged away with the Shadow Dash. As you say, Naknako probably could have taken the 2v1, decides this time to let his opponents survive. But that inhibitor's going to go down pretty sharpish, and Vitality can just push in 3 lanes.
Yeah, they can get triple inhibitor here and seal Team Heretics' fate. They don't need the soul this game.
If we allowed surrenders in professional play, this is one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, can we get the...
Had inted a little bit.
Yeah.
But even if he dies, the other side of the map is on fire.
Yeah.
You need to get in those planes that get water out of lakes to try and put out this burning for Heretics in their base.
They're trying to go onto Fiesta again, and they should be able to take him.
He's got World Ender, so he's going to heal quite a lot through this. The Stand United from Wei as well, as Vitality now begin to close in. A 3v1 very quickly becomes a 5v3. Petrified Gaze makes it a 5v2. As Saren, I mean, he's going to die. Linsus takes him out. Douglas running the wrong way, as there's still a tower there. Heretics have yet to take a single tower in this game as Naknako takes his 3rd inhibitor of the push. Douglas falls as well. Does look like Wei will manage to escape and can try and defend with Trayson and Hype. And Trayson is at 1 item and Naknako's on 3.5.
It feels like the inevitable. Vitality have pretty much won the game in every way that counts. They just need to destroy
there as Cersei has had her way with Heretics, and this game they've been more oinking than playing, as they've been constantly pushed behind by Vitality. Dash in from Fleshy, the Nexus Tower is the first target here for Vitality as Wei falls low. Protoplasm Harness healing him up, Kazi flashes for the Petrifying Gaze. Wei is down, the first Nexus Tower goes down as well. A hero's exit coming out from Saren as he just tries to retreat to the fountain, but those waters will not save you. Fiesta heals up with the World Ender, Renar into the wall, the first one we've really seen from Trayson, and they will kill off Fiesta. Linsus has a Guardian Angel, and now Naknako turns his attentions over to his enemy top laner and helps Linsus secure the kill. Hype has to flash from Naknako on the fountain, a dash away, but he takes the fountain laser. Vitality should still be able to close this one out, as Saren and Hype just don't have the DPS to stop these super minions.
And it's a 2-0 for Vitality. The first game was pretty close. Team Heretics showed real signs of life, but in game number 2, Naknako decided to just stomp the game with one of the hardest top lane carries we've had in a while in LEC.
That was a very 1v5 performance. I won't say 1v9 because the rest of his team still did their jobs.
That's true.
But they just weren't as required as they usually are in a game of League of Legends.
set him up well. He did the first dive. He did flash on the spot, so he gets bonus points for that.
True, yeah, style
He didn't
points.
even need flash.
Well, if you want to vote for him in your key of player, I only have 2. Both of them played in the LCP. It's very possible that Viper has brought it out as well, Jack. Don't feel like you are entirely misremembering. But we have seen a couple of them already in, at least in 20.
Alvaro invested the heal here. Both mid laners fighting it out. Nuke needs to crash this wave. He's so chunked, but he is going to hit level 6 here. I don't think Jojo can really stop them from pushing in this wave.
I think Jojo's too low mana, but they'll go in with a flash remount. The miasma down, and there's first blood to Shifters.
And that's the support work, allowing for Nuke to get the first blood, push in mid, and it's nearly 1,000 gold lead with the gold lead from mid and top, as now Elyoya Might be in trouble.
Sheo just looking for the Scuttlecraft. Shadow Strike down onto Elioya.
Sheo
should be able to get this smite down. Gets it. Ragnarok's immediately. And is going to chase onto Alvaro. Elioya coming in from the side as well. Mirwin has to move from the top side. Flash away from Alvaro. And now that Viking is on the wrong side of the map. First kill of the game. To still have about a 400 gold lead. Most of that, apart from the kill for Nuke in the mid lane, going from Rooster, who has 22 farm advantage.
Nuke is going to flash on him.
Flash, Petrifying Gaze, and the miasma down means that Nuke just secures the kill. Alvaro unable to help his mid laner. Nuke on his Cassio has a third time than he was against the Gnar earlier on as Sheo starts up the drink.
This is really clean macro from Shifters. They put Stand up towards top lane, so now MKOI can't dive. Ooh, they might still look for it.
Flash, Magnustorm, Rooster, looking for the chaser onto Super, who doesn't get away. The aftershock procs. Great engage from Sten. That's the second time we've seen him catch MKOI unaware. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Mirwin looking for the dive. The Hemo play coming out. Mirwin needs to get out because Sheo's on his way across. Does have the Ragnarok and has the flash, and Mirwin's already down to 300 HP on the top side. Sten looking for a re-engage. Mirwin down. Sten getting away from the Shadow Dash in. The Wallop doesn't connect as Elioya goes further forward. Jojo with the Arcane Storm can't kill off Rooster. And Shifters are just winning all across the map.
And it's so clean by Shift. Be careful in bot lane here. Elioya can look to dive him or force him under tower.
He does still have the flash and Petrifying Gaze. As you say, Elioya looking to chase. There's a cease and desist. Petrifying Gaze for the stun. Mega Inferno Bomb coming in as well, but doesn't really do too much damage. The Stand United, though, is enough. And a Taunt comes forward. Elioya gets the shot down.
Really good use of the Stand United there. Make sure that Elioya...
Either is going to be the Rift Hold, which is coming up now that Shifters are setting up for, or the Drake in a minute. MKOI have to pick their targets. Mirwin begins to dash away, repudiate. Shattering Strike goes to the side. Nuke stepping forward as well. This tower's still pretty healthy. Magnustorm down onto Mirwin. There's Miasma for the follow-up with the grounding. Mega Inferno Bomb's going to hit onto Sten. Public Execution does not. Sten managing to survive through it and gets into the bush just in time to avoid any more aggro from the minions. Meanwhile, though, Rooster...
And MKOI, all they got was some plates on bot lane and denied a wave or two from Rooster.
With the Drake still 30 seconds away, Shifters can reset in time. Sheo will be here a little while longer. There's the smite, gets the Rift held. Sten stepping forward, though, without numbers on this side of the map, was greedy. MKOI play around the fact that Shifters assume they've backed away and managed to steal away a kill and steal away a blue.
I like what Sten is dragging as well, going for the side of MKOI. So a bit of poor timing from... Wait.
Yeah. I mean, it would be...
Shifters want to try to contest.
They're gonna battle hold it. They have the Hemo Plague. They've got the Petrifying Gaze. They're gonna charge in, TP in as well, but the Rift Hold's just gonna make a quick U-turn, go through this minion wave and go towards the tower instead. As Sheo gets some damage down on it. Shifter should be able to take this, although Flash Taunt in, Ragnarok out immediately. MKOI unwilling to give up anything for now, as they managed to defend their mid-tier 1.
Shifters, they really didn't want to give up that dragon, so they ended up kind of overcommitting for it, using the Herald, using the TP. They're able to get a crash in mid lane and a little bit of damage at least, but not exactly what they wanted. But Jojo is in trouble.
Petrifying Gaze gets the slow. Sten now on the flank. This wave pretty sharpish, going to be killed off by Nuke. Sten still looking for it. Shadowing Strike, good sidestep, and now Sten realizes he may have overextended as Elioya is on his way across, but as is...
So taking that tower is going to give Supa a lot more freedom to play around.
It feels like good flank positioning is important for Shifters as Sheo uses the Hex Gates to get around Ragnarok in as well. Jojo does still have the flash here. That's the Stand United coming down as well as Alvaro looks for it and around the Rosies. Jojo survives underneath the tower. Magnustorm pulls Alvaro back. Petrifying Gaze there as well for the stun. Double TPs coming out as Alvaro's going to fall. Elioya looking for the engage. Cease and desist available to him. He'll go for Nuke. Mega Inferno Bomb clicks him on the edge. Another TP from MKOI as they're sending everyone towards this fight. Jojo back in the action. Nuke's going to fall to Jojo. Sten falling almost towards the bottom side of the fight as well. Public execution. Sten is decapitated by Mirwin.
And MKOI, they punish the mistake from Sheo. They use the teleports, they run them down, and they get 3 kills for themselves. But Sheo, what are we doing on this Olaf? We're going way too deep. We can't...
gold lead. Most of that sitting on Elioya, but Super's joined the party. 777 gold ahead. Unlucky for him, it seems, as Rooster tries to escape Elioya, but gets caught mid-air with the Bolt Breaker, and Elioya just absolutely rinses him. A Mega Inferno Bomb there for the follow-up. Elioya on a rampage. This man just... I like the way you say if you've watched it as if I've never been high enough elo to play against Elite 500.
No, but
that was kind of toxic there, JackSpectra.
I assume that when you play against
I've been bodied by Elite 500.
The
advantage that he developed. In fact, now falling behind, at least in terms of that 1v1. Alvaro stepping a little bit too far forward. Does have the flash, is going to try and get out of the back of the pit here, using the Spirit's Refuge to survive through. Flashes, no tower here.
Went to the right.
Yeah, I mean, Alvaro is dead, and there's a vision there. Standing Knight is going to get blocked by the Shadowing Strike. Zeke's will proc, but Shifters will chase him down. Jojo is pushing through top, Elioy is pushing through mid. Paduk is gifted over the kill on the Shadow towards the bottom side. He's going to try and keep Mirwin at bay. MKOI now stepping in from mid lane. The Drake down to 5k. Rooster face checks into Mirwin. That's fine for him. He'll continue to try and trade, as Mirwin does take a chunk of his health. Rooster needs to get that Mega Gnar up. Baron, Drake down to 2k as Elioy gets into the back of the pit, and Sheo is falling you. Uses the Ragnarok and then runs away. Meanwhile, Paduk is too far forward. Public Execution onto Sheo. Cease and desist in as well with the Mega Inferno Bomb coming down, but already Rooster's picked up Mirwin. The Gnar flashed away by Elioy on the backline. Paduk keeping 3 members of MKOI occupied and getting a kill onto Super. Huge from Paduk, as Shifters get the Drake and manage to get 4 players out.
What? We need a replay. We need MKOI have full control here. Really nicely played by them. As Rooster can look for a flank.
He's a long way away right now. Could TP in. His flash about to come off cooldown. MKOI will start up the Drake. Shifters more looking for the fight than for the objective. Mirwin getting chased out. Flash Shadowing Strike onto Mirwin. Transfusion out as well. There's the Ignite ticking on him as he is able to dash out. Rooster trying to build up that Mega Gnar. The Hexgate behind from Sten still has the Crash Down, has the Magnet Storm. Rooster almost at Mega. The Drake at 3k, Sheo forced away, still has that Ragnarok as they dive in. Stopwatch from Jojo, Hemo play down as well. The Gnar into the wall and MKOI are getting routed. Super and Elioy are just running for the hills, trying to survive. Vault Breaker will get Elioy out for the moment, but TP behind as Paduk chases Super over the wall with a flash. And the Tides of Blood enough. Super flashes, gets to the blast zone just in time. A Vault Breaker out from Elioy. Shifters lose the Drake, but they absolutely clean up the fight.
Shifters, they played for the fight, and they played it beautifully. They're going to get 3 kills. They're going to get the Nash. They won't be able to end the game. Maybe if they took down Super, that could have been on the cards. But still, they're going to walk away pretty happy with the Nash, because this Dragon doesn't mean a whole lot for MKOI. It's only their second. They are up against the Sigs and the Victor wave clear though, so we'll have to see how much they can get out of it.
Rather buffed up for now. Nuke buffed for seconds. He walks back into range. Shifters doing a good job here of trying to cut MKOI away from defending their tower by stepping around, but they can't quite manage it. Vaultbreaker in from Elioya, into the cease and desist. Nuke still has a stopwatch. Nuke still has the Seekers. Petrifying Gaze coming down with the Arcane Storm there as well. Mirwin on the back line. There's the stopwatch. There's the Seekers. As Rusev joins the fight. Doesn't have Mega Gnar stacked up, but he's still enough to kill off Mirwin. Jojo eating the Hemo Plague as well. Sarah, she will save him for now. Paduk goes down as Alvaro falls second. Twin Fangs into his back take the kill. But still, MKOI holding on here. Elioya, Jojo, and Super standing strong.
And that's a big win for MKOI because they deny any sort of Baron power play. Yes, Shifters, they pick up 2 kills, but they will not get any real towers with this Nash, as Shifters might have overstayed here.
Oh, Gravity Field down. No Ragnarok for Sheo. But, he is able just to walk out of that Gravity Field. The Duck dying with his Seekers still up there.
Yeah, he got full CC chain, had no time to use the Zonius, went a little bit too deep. Fight this, he also has no flank. Shifters are going to struggle to find a point of entry here.
Super looking for the damage across the wall, lands a little bit onto Rooster, who has a Seekers of his own on this Gnar. Watch out for that in the fight. Sten goes for the engage. Great satchel out from Super. The taunt comes in from Alvaro as now Elioya looking for the engage. Vault Breakers in onto Sheo. Sten, Arcane Storm, Public Execution gets dodged with the Seekers by Rooster in the middle of the pit. Alvaro goes in again onto Paduk, who goes into the Sanguine Pool. The Ragnarok in the middle of the Dragon Pit. Surviving here for Sheo. Elioya comes back alive but dies. The soul goes over to Shifters, and somehow Shifters have just wrangled themselves out of the bottom of a pit to find the win in the fight, to find the soul. Nuke picks up a triple. Super slowed as well by the Hextech soul as Rooster looks through the chase. Super does have flash, will get away. But Shifters somehow wrangle a fight out of nothing.
I don't know how Shifters did that. This fight looked so bad for them to begin with Sten not getting the engage. Sheo got so chunked. Rooster had the stopwatch. They're going to look to end. I mean, Supa, he has such good wave clear, but Nuke is just going to not allow him to get in range.
Bomb is up in 3, though. If he can get a Mega Inferno Bomb on this wave, it will clear it out. They can't end. There's the Mega Inferno Bomb. They'll look for it. Rooster tanking the tower now, needs to get out. Rooster almost dies to the tower. Aggro, and now Super and Alvaro. They're shooting fish in a barrel, and the first one's down. Good double gate away by Paduk and Rooster to escape. This game... Rooster went Mega in Seekers. Like, he comes out of his Seekers arm guard with Mega, lands a double wallop, lands the Knot, and now the Baron the prize for MKOI due to that valiant base defense, but Sheo could look for the steal here. And Blast going over instead. Allure says, no, none of that today. Lands the smite, Baron to MKOI, but they are on the ropes. They are from red buff somehow. Those are the good old days. Put the smoke back on the rift.
Elyoya is really far up here.
Goes in with the Bolt Breaker. Sten with the engage as well. They put him down on the miasma, and Elyoya is dead. Alvaro trying to find the taunt on the backline, but through the Ragnarok he can't do it. Mega Inferno going down as well as Sten does fall to the Arcane Storm, but here's Rooster and Perduk. Jojo uses a stopwatch, but can only watch as his corpse is laying across the ground. Mirwin gonna get chased out by Perduk and Rooster as well. He'll try and escape. Super in the middle of the pit. I don't think Shifters really care about him, but they can still clean him up with the Twin Fangs and with the double axes. MKOI, they're gonna try and get Mirwin out, and he will not escape. An ace for Shifters after MKOI stepped too far forward.
And Shifters have done it. They've taken down MKOI in game number 1 here. They're gonna do the victory lap. Their demise.
His Guardian Angel was not back up. Shifters don't have a wave as of yet. As you say, Elyoya up in 3 seconds. The Nexus Towers have respawned. Sheo's going for the mid lane inhib. And there's Elyoya. Still 8 on Jojo. First Nexus Tower the target. A Ragnarok out from Sheo as he just tries to walk away. Nuke jumped on, but has a stopwatch. And Sheo, he's had enough of this game. He's just targeting down that Nexus. Shifters 1-0 up.
And a really creative draft from Shifters. And a really good game plan as well. Great movement from Sten.
Crazy game. Talk to me a little bit about kind of how you guys were thinking about approaching team fights, because they looked really easy for you once we got later in the game.
I mean, I think draft-wise, like, if we get to late game, it's like impossible for us to lose. We have Olaf into Vi, Cassiopeia into Vi Shen, like all those stuff is like so hard for us to lose. But yeah, I mean, they had strong side, which was kind of scary this game. So our goal was just to scale up until late game, so we could just win by team fighting.
Definitely a strong start. You had almost 45% of your support's time was spent around you in the mid lane this game. How does it feel to have your support camping for you? Does that just feel like an excellent way to start the season?
It feels really good. Just flashing on the enemy and killing them, pressuring them. So enemy support didn't match, so we could kill. So it's good.
Looks like a solid setup. Good luck. I'll let you go back to your team, brother. Congrats on winning that.
Peel, but you're not a hyper carry that can really make use of that peel in any meaningful way. And then Mirwin is kind of just off on the side poking on his own. I feel like MKOI has a lot of pieces here that the mid instead though. I think he wants to deny Sheo from taking those Krugs and return more to a normal jungle state.
The ball goes onto Alvaro. Gonna get the stun as well with the trample. Alvaro walking away here, very wounded. Perduk almost gets it, but tanks a tower shot forward. Only has that cleanse, remember. Super dashing forward, flashing in, and gets the kill with the piercing light. Perduk just too greedy. And
well, and there's not going to be any sort of cross map. It's going to be the crab for Sheo, but is that a real cross map? I mean,
he gets him level 6, I guess.
True.
He gets the Hound's Pursuit.
He will find none.
No chickens to be traded. Nuke though. Hex Splash across the wall here. Nuke a little bit too far forward. Zenith Blade kickback. Good shockwave from Nuke, but still manages to escape with Jojo tanking the tower. That shockwave, really well done from Nuke.
I wonder what happens to Sonic Wave there. Super might be the one in trouble now.
Yeah, has Pursuit coming down. There's the barrier. Sheo will have the Eviscerate to get some chase down, and Super's dead. Shifters jungler finding a kill in the 1v1 where MKOI couldn't find one in mid.
MKOI can look for the numbers advantage, but it's Shifters that has full control here with the push in top.
And Sten has 6. That Unbreakable Will is a fight changer, as opposed to the Solar Flare being short here for Alvaro. Grubs have been begun. Sheo will get the first one without smiting, importantly. Sten goes in, looking for Alvaro. Trample stun, knocks Alvaro back. The Shield of Daybreak, the Zenith Blade coming out as well as Jojo looks for the engage. Sheo jumps up with the core of the pack to kill off Alvaro. A hero's entrance coming out, and Sten's going to be the one knocked up. But look at how little damage the Alice has taken because of that Unbreakable Will. The next Grub taken this time by Super, culling out. Sten distracts MKOI's backline. This is a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of MKOI.
And MKOI, they find the fight, they get the kills, they get the grubs.
Almost 1,000 gold behind his lane opponent.
I don't know if they have... I mean, I think with how strong Sheo is, they have the damage to try to dive Mirwin, but Alvaro is already here to protect the cross map. Very similar to last game, how Fleshy matched it. I don't think they can dive 3 versus 2, but they're
going. Sten just jumps onto Mirwin. Alvaro looking for the Shield of Daybreak, gets the stun. There's a hero's entrance as well. Caught the pack up by Sheo, but he's knocked up by the hero. Perduk tanking the tower is going to die. He executes. That went all kinds of pear-shaped. Shifters should not have sent it, but they're sent back to the fountain as Nuke tries to get away from Elioya and will manage to survive.
It's an absolute disaster for Shifters. Jojopion with the Galio ultimate makes the difference there and makes the play go in their favor. They're able to pick up Stend as well. Padak at least got executed, but like if that's your silver lining, then it's a pretty poor play for Shifters. Across the board, it's difficult for Shifters to find the fight that they're looking for. Sheo, I think he's sitting on quite a bit of gold as now Mirwin is in trouble.
Yeah, he's going to play onto Mirwin. Hound's Pursuit goes in. There's the all-out as well. Mirwin doesn't really have anywhere to go as Elioya jumps in. There's going to be a reset here for Sheo on the Hound's Pursuit, but I don't think he wants to pursue anything. Meanwhile, he's knocked back by the Mega Blast Cone as Super comes in for the collapse. Rooster down. Sheo short to follow. Shifters are going to try and find some stuff in the mid lane. Some turret plates they've got to push in. Bot as well. Another Blast Cone popped by Super, who is... you know, he's losing some of these trades to Sheo. Eviscerates across, manages to get himself towards the bottom side of the map, and he might have just escaped. Wow. Nicely done from Sheo.
MKOI is going to be able to pick up this third Dragon. Don't think Shifters can look to contest it. And Rooster is going to be able to get the deep push into top, but not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage into this top tower.
Super jumps forward. Padak here looks for the damage with the Mystic shots. Stun from the trample. True Shot Barrage as well. Uses the barrier. Mirwin is here.
But that wastes a lot of time for MKOI, because Jojo was moving up towards...
Dangerous
that
thing
does
to do.
Scary.
Yeah, although if it's not loaded, it's not quite as scary as... Sheo's going to jump onto Mirwin, goes up with the call of the pack, then dashes away. The culling eaten up by the dogs. Sheo thankful to have his pack there to support him.
I felt really unfair for Supa. He just used his calling and just the dogs tanked it up completely.
Welcome to every hooking champion in the game.
Fair enough.
I played Thresh, it's like, oh, at least Spiderling. Oh, Neferi Dog, excellent. Yeah, we'll just block it. Voidlings. Yeah.
Herald invested by MKOI.
Sten trying to get away. Trampled there. There's a Solar Flare as well with the Unbreakable Will down. Padak doesn't really do too much damage, and Super does. As he forces Sten away. Elioya, he went all the way behind them. And still not quite able to land the Sonic Wave. Going to chase onto Alvaro here. Sheo puts the Darking Daggers in, only lands one of them, and Alvaro walking into that fog of war will be able to escape. TP in from MKOI as they look to continue the play. Elioya on the flank. Sonic Wave not hitting the target that he wants. The re-engage as Sheo starts up his Razor Beaks, kills them off quickly. Has that Cyclo Sword. Jojo looking for a punch from the top side, but the Winds of War don't really find their mark. Alvo stepping in again. Dash in from Rooster. Trying to get that Q3 charged up. There it is. Sante can do a lot of work in these fights as Jojo is forced out by Padak, who misses both his skill shots. Q3 onto Alvaro, into the headbutt pulver combination. Jojo trying to get the taunt. Solar Flare flashed away from by Padak and Nuke. And now the Shockwave will pull them back. A flash out from Mirwin and True Shot Barrage. Elioya with a great kick onto Nuke is going to make him go down as Sheo tries to get out of the back of the fight. A good double knock up, but they just don't have the damage. Sheo tanking for Padak, but Shifters just routed by MKOI in mid lane.
It's a great insect by Elioya to set his team up for success here. They're going to get 2 kills. Sheo, he can try to look for the steal, but I don't think he can find it.
He's going to get chased out here. Elioya going in. Safeguards forward. Rooster too low really to protect Sheo. This will be sold for MKOI. And as you say, a great insect, but also just lacking stepping in. Alvaro at half HP, Sten trying to help his team gain mid lane priority. Jojo again on the flank. This is what MKOI did well for the last fight. Sheo's going to try and chase him out. We'll win out that fight eventually with the Darking Daggers. And dash in from Jojo again. Sten knocks him back straight into the wing arms of Sheo. But look at Nuke is in the middle of MKOI again as Padak puts down the True Shot Barrage. Super is low. Sheo dashing up, but Sten falls, and there's a great taunt again. Sheo dashes across the wall with the Eviscerate. Elioya is on the chase trying to kill his enemy jungler. Safeguards forward, and there's no escape left for the dogs. Sent packing by MKOI, who finally look like they have a game well within their grasps. Padak trying to put the damage down onto Mirwin, but here's Elioya once again. Good block on the Sonic Wave, but Padak is just eaten alive by MKOI. All out goes Rooster, but in the end, he's just going home with the rest of his team.
MKOI, they ran them down. They took from the start with the early kill that went on to Supa. It really felt like that decided the pace of the game. Because once the MKOI bot lane started rolling, they didn't stop. And Elioya and Jojo following up on it so nicely. As they're trying to kill Jojo here, they might be able... Yeah, it looks like they're just going to kill him.
He's pretty dead, I think. He's got a hero's entrance, but there's no one in range for him to get to, and even if he did try and get away...
Taking him down so
They're
slow,
using the heal as well. Okay. They'll get the kill. That's a shutdown. Big one. As Jojo is just going to clear out the top side. Does have the TP, as you say, join a fight. Sheo looking for Mirwin. Counts pursuit in. There's the TP, and call of the pack out. Sheo realizes he doesn't want any piece of this action. Immediately retreats out.
Yeah, it's a 3 levels down Nefiri. I don't think you're ever winning that. And MKOI are pushing in this mid lane. They only have a cannon waiting for the next wave to come. Towards the bot side, and they're going to play 2 lanes and try to set up this Nashor a little bit more properly. As the culling comes out, chunks tend to have.
Rooster with a good knockback. There's the shockwave as well, but Elioya is able to dash away, and there's the hero's entrance coming out from Jojo. Rooster so low, already taken out by Elioya. Jojo keeping the rest of Shifters away from the action. As MKOI react well to Rooster's engage.
Base from Mirwin here. He has the teleport. MKOI could look to end the game here. 5 versus 4, still 30 seconds left on this match. Product chunk to have.
Alvaro flashing in with the Zenith Blade, and Nuke will just fall immediately. Again, Elioya dominating on this Lee Sin. Alvaro survives the backline. Elioya and Mirror team up to get Stend. A double for Elioya. And MKOI now 12,000 gold ahead. This one's all done, but Sheo falling.
Nice little kick there by Elioya to finish the game off. MKOI striking back. They will not go 0-4 in this game. They're gonna bring us to game number 3 and show us what they're made of.
And it was a great game for them. They used the fact that Super got ahead to really snowball this one away from Shifters. And for Shifters, it really does come down to the fact Paduk got caught, and then MKOI just didn't take their foot off the throttle. We're gonna hand it over to the analyst desk to break down that series. They're looking overjoyed.
Dude, we are overjoyed. That was an excellent comeback.
Double down on it, playing Kalista Thresh here, and we are gonna see the buff Terminus. We didn't think we would see it.
We might see it twice.
We might see it twice, yeah. Could be
around, uses the Rend. And yeah, he'll be very happy with how that's gone. Hook landing onto Stend here. Heal comes out from Alvaro and from Stend as they exchange those summoner spells. Alvaro forced to flash away. The Rend of the auto, not quite enough from Paduk to get the kill, and now Super begins to open up, and Super with a boomerang even through the barrier. He's still got flash, he's got barrier of his own, flashes forward, good play from Stend. Will save his life as he flashes. Oh, boomerang enough. Super finds a 1.
And MKOI again outplaying the on the map.
It's one of those hard times.
They could just die here.
Stend could just go around the wall, yeah, and Sheo's there. Equalizer down on the wave, not going to catch the entire wave, importantly. There's the ward out from Mirwin. Rooster gets the push in here. Chain of Corruption has already been used. Mirwin's flash still on cooldown, and this Rumble doesn't really have anywhere to go. Flayed knocked up with a Cyclone, and there he goes down. Stend gets the kill. Nuke came in with a Realm Warp as well. Keeps Jojo and Alvaro from forcing any further plays. Paduk needs to get over this pillar, needs to chase away from Elioya, who continues to try and subjugate him down. A barrier, though. Elioya tanks a couple of tower shots, almost a third. Does manage to walk out with his life.
And a really good proactive play by Shift.
Interrupt the Lantern with a pillar.
Yeah.
There's always a bit of a risk.
Yeah, and that means MKOI are going to get 2... Oh.
No, never mind. Sheo's coming around the corner. But Elioya's here now. Sheo dashes. There's the smite. And now Nuke is caught all unawares as MKOI collapse on him. He was trying to join his team with the Lantern over the wall. We'll pull him to safety. Mirwin's equalizer not off cooldown yet. The seismic shove into Chain of Corruption, though. Great seismic shove for the knockback with the exhaust onto Jojo into the dredge line. Out of Alvaro, who's low on mana. Rooster takes the first kill. Sheo burns alive. Rooster trying to get out. Elioya down to 200 HP, but a good pillar will stop Stend from getting any closer to that wall. He didn't have flash anyway. MKOI get 3 kills on the play.
What a seismic shove from Jojo Pune there. He hits that 3.
Not going to push too quickly towards that tower. You're trying to step forward. Chomp smite, a possibility for the steal. Jojo now coming in to join the 4-man squad. Dredge line in. The smite comes out from Elioya. Cyclone out from Sheo as well as Paduk is just in the middle of the team. The face call sends Stend out, but on the wrong side of the Weaver's wall for him is Jojo, who chases him down, and MKOI are just absolutely rinsing Shifters.
But what is Shifters doing? They knew that MKOI was there, and Paduk just gets hooked like that?
Oh, the pillar! I think Nuke may have actually stepped out of the Realm Warp because of the pillar. Seismic jump back. It's not done until Nuke dies, and Jojo makes that a certainty.
I'm speechless. Like, I feel like Shifters, they had all the information. They knew that MKOI would approach, yet they still seem so caught off guard. Mirwin looking onto Sheo. Sheo has no ult.
Burning Sheo alive. the Lantern comes out, Shale will be able to take these razor beats as Mirwin shows him even his own jungle isn't quite as safe as he wants. Oh, I'm looking at him, I'm thinking,
So much value.
he's attacking probably about 5 percentage points faster than he was in the past.
That's true.
And now Rooster, oh, he's got flash, he's got exhaust, but Eliora's here for the chase. Subjugate, there's the exhaust, flash away into the pillar. Jodo puts down the unraveled earth, and there's the red carpet. Rooster's met with a sea of red. As I mean, come on. He's a troll with abs, dude.
That is true, but every male league champ has abs.
I mean, every male has abs, just not visible.
That's
abs,
true.
right? There's,
Every person has
yeah, you're 100% right. Every person has abs. As you see the red tail taken by Elioya. Good sizing shove back onto Rooster here. I don't think MKOI really want to keep it going, but the dredge line in from Alvaro means they do. Fate's call Products now right in the middle of MKOI. He walked into them! He gets the Lantern out, but he's just going to die for it. He manages to flash to the safety of his tower, and Merwin's having none of that. The Realm Warp will get only Nuke to safety. As, yeah, that's not gone well for Shifters.
No, it has not. Like many other plays in this game, Shifters are trying something, and I'm not sure what that is, but it's not working out for them. The Herald goes for MKOI, the kills go for MKOI, the towers go for MKOI. Yeah, they're getting everything on the map right now.
And Shifters are getting nothing.
At that point, the fight is probably already over if he does that. But if you try to force it like an ADC like that, you just look like a fool, but they're trying to rush the Dragon.
There's a Weaver's Wall behind them, the Dredge Line coming in as well. The Dragon will go over to Shifters. Shale goes in with the Cyclone, but I just don't think they have the damager to follow this one up. Equalizer on Paduk instead, and Paduk tries to walk over the red carpet. And unfortunately, the paparazzi find him. MKOI get another 3 kills as their losing streak looks soon to be over. The Game 2 and Game 3 have been a struggle bus, to say the least.
Definitely. And game number 3 the most thus far as a hook from Stan connects.
And Jojo's hooked up, pulled back, and Nuke going to get hit with the depth charge as Jojo's still alive in the midst of the Zorba, but Duck will get the shutdown. Shale able to dash away. Nuke trying to get into the Realm Warp, gets himself away from the dredge line. Duck is burning, but a great hook again from Sten. Will pull Merwin underneath the tower. 2 big shutdowns going over to the Callista.
2 big
Another
shutdowns
hook
for
from
Shifter.
Alvaro. Exhaust on super across the wall. The Lantern coming out as well gets Rooster to safety. Those ricochets, though. Oh my goodness. Ricochet's almost claiming a couple of scalps at the end.
So if Shifters do that too, that's not the most replicable play.
I mean, it's MKOI. Nuke, here we are, same position. And this time he doesn't really have the backup to help him. He's going to flash early, gets caught out by the pillar, chomp out from Elioya as well. Subjugate, smite for the slow. Elioya flashes for it and just keeps tanking the tower as he walks out.
Yeah, Nuke gets caught out there. It does mean that MKOI now should be able to get this tier 2
With the suckers on the end,
that's all he needs.
No. Because otherwise, they both have a Doran's bow.
Okay, well, Sheo's in trouble. Play by play.
Importantly, not Paduk. Sheo, depth charge onto him. Realm Warp out from Nuke. Sheo won't get in range, but there's the Lantern, and Nuke trying to help out his jungler. Just gets absolutely wiped away by MKOI. Super goes unstoppable. Good hook onto Stend as well from Alvaro. Chain of corruption across the wall from Rooster. As Stend does flash away, the Equalizer will burn him down. MKOI find 2 picks.
And that's Nasher for MKOI. They took down the mid lane in support of Shifters. Jojo Pyun is spacing, he has no TP, but you can see Padux already knows his Nash is gone. He's going to push in the mid lane. You're right, Medic. It was not Padux that died.
Sheo steal.
Sheo steal?
There's no way, but Sheo steal.
I mean,
Mirwin's
they should
here.
easily be able to stop
Alvaro flashes, Sheo dodges to the side of it. Does have flash, can get into the pit. They look for Alvaro and Mirwin. Sheo flashes the wall instead. As Mirwin stopwatches and doesn't get caught out by the hail of arrows. And now across the wall comes Elioya to chase down Rooster, who invested everything in trying to kill.
That means Nash goes over to MKOI. The gold lead is extended to 10,000. Sheo's going to be fine here.
Yeah, I mean, Paduk, there's a face call coming out. Just short, but they get the play. Elioya with a subjugate almost survives, does in fact. And now the ricochets really begin to rip through Shifters. Stend is next up for Super if he chases any further, but went back for the kill instead. Nuke kills Jojo in the mid lane, by the way. That happened. But MKOI is still 11,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's going to matter, Medic. MKOI, they have the Nasher, they can continue pushing. There are only 3 people here, though. So
They should be fine. It's only Stend and Nuke, right?
yeah, Rooster's pretty strong, has the chance of corruption.
Oh, he's back out. You know?
That I can see. Okay.
Okay, so here's the push from MKOI. There's the hook onto Super.
That's the one that does it!
Does that happen? How do you get hooked? You're Sivir! You have a spell shield! How 11,000 gold ahead. But Super is dead, and obviously doesn't have teleport because he's playing Sivir. Another hook onto Mirwin. There's the play back. Alvaro looking for the hook, but he can't find it with that dredge line. The Drake down to 4k. Jojo looking for a Weaver's Wall, but doesn't have it right now. The Drake falling lower as Alvaro's on the front line. Prototypes from Harness coming out. The objective round claimed. Mountain goes over to Shifters. They kill off Alvaro as well. Phase call in from Stand, but MKOI are winning out the fight. Paduk trying to open up, and he just doesn't have the damage. MKOI clean it up at the Drake, and that's more like it, MKOI. A solid fight at a numbers disadvantage, and they should be able to close out the game from here. Jojo flashing the wall to make sure Sheo has no escape as MKOI get the ace.
And MKOI, they shut the door. It wasn't the 1 in 1,000. They're gonna find their first win in LEC Summer and take down Shifters in a game number 3.
The road to the Roadshow in Madrid. Only the top 4 qualify. It starts here for MKOI as they finally claim victory in a best-of-3 in LEC Summer.
And it wasn't clean,
It was not clean, dude.
but they got the job done in the end. As Super finishes one last kill off in the base.
Where he couldn't get any kills in the dragon fight, so he's like, I've got to get my KDA up a little bit here. MKOI's tears are wiped away, are saved by a good team fight at the Drake and by a 12,000 gold lead, but it was not clean, it was not crisp, it was not the best League of Legends we have ever seen. You can vote for one of the MKOI players in your Kia Player of the Series. Vote Elioya, Jojo, and Super are your options. They got over the line, and later on this week they have to do the same against Fnatic on Sunday.
Yeah.
We will see if they